Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut. And joining me today is Boria Mujumdar from Paris and Devashish and Snehashish who have watched the Durand Cup final. We have lots to talk about. So many Indian athletes in action today, including an India versus India semi-final in badminton. So let's get right to it. Snehashish, over to you first. Northeast United won the final. Were you expecting that?
No, not at all. I think no Mohun Bagan fans and no Indian fans would have expected that Northwest to win, especially after going down 2-0 in the first half. The way যেভাবে খেলেছে, the way Mohun Bagan played in the first half, it was very surprising to see that in the second half they are completely different. But credit should be given to Northeast United players and the coach because the way they have come back and especially in the shootout, their goalkeeper Gurpreet Singh, kept his calm and managed to save those two shots from Liston Kolaso and Subhashish Bose. So overall, that's a very impactful win for them and their first ever major title in the history of the club. So a big win for them and hopefully this is a major boost for them ahead of the ISL.
Yeah. What about Devashish Boria? What did you think of the final last night?
I watched on Twitter after that again. I mean, some bits and pieces and some of the goals and some of the stuff, and I was obviously following it during the match. আমার যেটা মনে হয় I'll switch to বাংলা 2-0 এগিয়ে থাকার পরে no team like মোহনবাগান should not give up the lead. When you are up 2-0, it is as if you have an insurance goal also. It is not just one goal, it's a 2 goal lead. When you have a 2 goal lead, you seal it. What does that mean? এর মানে ডিফেন্স এখনো তৈরি না, ডিফেন্স এখনো তৈরি না। আমি আর দেবাশিস একসাথে we were watching the Punjab match, 2-0, 2-2, 3-2 again. So প্রত্যেকটা খেলায় মোহনবাগান has conceded more than one goal, multiple goals, because the offense is so good and the midfield is so good, they have been able to come back. This time round it was 2-2 and Vishal Kait unfortunately was not able to do what he did in the quarterfinal and the semi-final. Not that Vishal Kait can do it every day. It is not possible for anybody to do it every day. তার মানে কি? তার মানে এই যে নেক্সট 14 দিনে, আজকে থেকে শুরু করে নেক্সট 14 দিনে মলিনাকে তার ডিফেন্স ঠিক করতে হবে। আচ্ছা, বাই দ্য ওয়ে, এত যে লাফালাফি হলো প্রীতম কোটাল, আমি ভুল, আমরা কিচ্ছু জানি না, তো প্রীতম কোটালের ট্রান্সফারটা কোথায় একবার দেখার না আমায়। যে এত বড় বড় সব রিপোর্টার চারিদিকে ঘুরে বেড়াচ্ছে, সবাই খবর করছিল না ABCD, গোয়া, কলকাতা এটসেট্রা, আমরা কিচ্ছু জানি না, এত বছরের ফুটবল কমপ্লিট রাবিশ। সো পয়েন্ট হচ্ছে মোহনবাগান কোনো সেন্টার ব্যাক নেয়নি। মোহনবাগান আমার ধারণা তাদের কাছে আর কোনো অপশন নেই রাদার দ্যান দীপক টাংরিকে রেডি করা, হ্যাঁ, যদি না কোনো ফ্রি এজেন্টকে নিয়ে আসে। এবং দুটো ফরেনারকে যদি খেলাতে হয় মলিনাকে, তাহলে কিন্তু দিমিত্রি পেট্রাটস, গ্রেগ স্টুয়ার্ট এবং জিমি ম্যাকলারেন যিনি ফিট হয়ে যাবেন, তখন খেলাতে পারবেন না আপনি। সো আপনাকে দুটো সেন্টার ব্যাক বিদেশি খেলালে আপনার মিডফিল্ড এবং ফরেনারের যে প্রাচুর্য আছে সেটা থাকবে না। তাহলে আপনি কি করবেন? ইগর স্টিম্যাচ দেবাশিসকে, স্নেহাশিসকে আমাকে বারবার বলেছিলেন যে তোমরা দীপক টাংরিকে দিয়ে আমি এই খেলাটা খেলাতে পারি, কারণ দীপক সামনেটা খেলে, ডিসরাপটিভ ফুটবল খেলে, বলটা কেড়ে নেওয়ার ক্ষমতা আছে। আগে যখন শুরু করেছিল তখন সেন্টার ব্যাক খেলতো, যখন জীবন প্রথম শুরু করে অ্যাজ এ ফুটবলার। সো দীপক টাংরিকে দিয়ে এই জিনিসটা করা সম্ভব। মলিনা কি সেইটা চেষ্টা করবেন? দ্যাট ইজ সামথিং উই হ্যাভ টু ওয়েট অ্যান্ড সি। কারণ মোহনবাগান যে সেন্টার ব্যাক নেবে না বা নিচ্ছে না সেটা কিন্তু আমরা বারবার বলছিলাম এবং সেটা ঘটলো। সো দিস ইজ ক্রিটিক্যাল যে মলিনা কিভাবে এই চ্যালেঞ্জটা ওভারকাম করেন। অনয়েব লিখছেন স্যাক বিনয় চোপড়া হাবাসকে কেন রিলিজ করলো, এগুলো কোনো কথা না। মলিনা ইজ ইকুয়ালি গুড অ্যাজ কোচ এবং পেডিগ্রিড কোচ। এর আগে দুবার ISL ট্রফি জিতেছেন, একবার জিতেছেন, স্পেনের কোচিং করিয়েছেন। এরকম বড় কোচকে ফট করে যে কেন কোচ করে নিয়ে এসছে, এটা কমপ্লিটলি বোকা বোকা জিনিস হয়ে যাচ্ছে অনয়। আমিও বুঝতে পারছি আপনি ইমোশনাল, বাট দ্য পয়েন্ট ইজ সব টিম সব ম্যাচ জিতবে তা না। যেটা এই খেলাটা থেকে শিক্ষা নিন, লেসেন্স গুলো নিন যে ISL এ আমরা কিভাবে ইমপ্রুভ করতে পারি। কারণ ISL 8 মাসের টুর্নামেন্ট, দ্যাট ইজ দ্য প্রিমিয়ার টুর্নামেন্ট অফ ইন্ডিয়া, দ্যাট ইজ হোয়াট ইউ নিড টু ডু। সো মাই পয়েন্ট ইজ, what is Mohun Bagan's strategy over the next 14 days to get the center back problem and the defensive problem resolved is the critical thing that Molina has to address. Snehashish, তুমি তো দেবাশিস, Snehashish, before Gargi,
I would just like to
Devashish,
talk about
one point. এই ট্রান্সফার উইন্ডো তো শেষ হয়ে গেছে, ক্যান দ্য টিমস গো ফর এনি আদার প্লেয়ার, হোয়াট ইজ দ্য রুল, সেটা একটু ক্ল্যারিফাই করে দেবে প্লিজ।
হ্যাঁ, দেখো, ট্রান্সফার উইন্ডো 31 আগস্ট অব্দি থাকে, সামার ট্রান্সফার উইন্ডো, সেটা কিন্তু শেষ হয়ে গেছে। তো আপাতত কোনো প্লেয়ার এখন সাইন করানো যাবে না। হ্যাঁ, বাইরের অনেক ক্লাবকে আমরা দেখি প্লেয়ার সাইন করাতে, কারণ বিভিন্ন দেশে বিভিন্ন ট্রান্সফার উইন্ডো রেঞ্জ হয়, কারোর আরো 10 দিন চলে, কারণ আমাদের ইন্ডিয়ান মার্কেটে কিন্তু 31 আগস্ট অব্দি চলে। কোনো ফ্রি এজেন্ট যদি প্লেয়ার থাকে তাদেরকে মেবি সাইন করানো যেতে পারে, বাট আমাদের ইন্ডিয়ান ফুটবল সেটা খুব একটা দেখা যায় না। তো আপাতত যা আমাদের মানে মনে হয় সেটা হচ্ছে আবার জানুয়ারি ট্রান্সফার উইন্ডো, যে 1 মাসের জন্য যখন ট্রান্সফার উইন্ডো খুলবে, যেটা উইন্টার ট্রান্সফার উইন্ডো নামে পরিচিত, তখনই আবার কোনো ইন্ডিয়ান ক্লাব কোনো
তাহলে আমি
প্লেয়ার।
আমি কি ঠিক যদি আমি বলি এই মুহূর্তে প্রীতম কোটাল, অ্যালেক্স সাজি হচ্ছে না?
হ্যাঁ, একদমই, আর তো কোনো চান্স নেই। যদি হওয়ার হতো কালকে রাত 12টার মধ্যে কিছু না কিছু হতো।
না না, অ্যালেক্স সাজি তো হচ্ছেই না, অ্যালেক্স সাজি তো হচ্ছেই না। হায়দ্রাবাদ এফসি অ্যালেক্স সাজিকে রেখে দিয়েছে। অ্যালেক্স সাজি তো ডান ডিল, মানে ওটা হচ্ছেই না। হায়দ্রাবাদ এফসি রেখে দিয়েছে। তবে
তো
ডেফিনেটলি বড়িয়া, আমাকে বলো যে আমার মনে হয় যে ইমিডিয়েটলি মোহনবাগানের একজন সেন্ট্রাল ডিফেন্স একজন দরকার, একজন প্লেয়ার দরকার। কেননা এইরকম 6টা গোল হয়তো তর্কের খাতিরে লোকে বলবে যে এটা তো মরশুমের প্রথম, কিন্তু ইট আর অমিনাস সাইন্স। কেননা 3-5-2 স্ট্র্যাটেজি যেটা খেলাচ্ছে মলিনা, তাতে কিন্তু সেই নির্ভরতা দেওয়ার মতন ফুটবলার কিন্তু হাতে নেই। টম অ্যালড্রেডকে দিয়ে 3-5-2 খেলানোটা একটু বাড়তি ঝুঁকি হয়ে যেতে পারে। সুতরাং এবং কালকে অ্যালবার্টো রড্রিগেজের চোট পেয়ে উঠে যাওয়াটাও কিন্তু খুব বড় হয়ে দেখা দিল। কেননা অ্যালবার্টো রড্রিগেজ যে ফুটবলটা খেলে সেন্ট্রাল ডিফেন্সে, সেটা উঠে যাওয়ার পরে, এবং অদ্ভুত ব্যাপার, কিছু কিছু স্ট্র্যাটেজি, দীপেন্দু বিশ্বাস গত ম্যাচে অত ভালো খেললো সেমিফাইনালে, তাকে না কেন খেলানো হলো না, বা সাহাল আব্দুল সামাদকে কেন তুলে নেওয়া হলো। তো এই এই ছোট ছোট ডিসিশন গুলো কিন্তু মানলো কিন্তু সাংবাদিক সম্মেলনে কালকে মেনেও নিয়েছেন। এবং তিনি কালকে, what I was trying to say, Gargi, yesterday, that the Mohun Bagan coach made some mistakes as far as his strategy is concerned, and he accepted those mistakes in the post-match press conferences. He was asked about Alberto Rodriguez being replaced, and what he said was he was injured, and due to which he had to be replaced. But it was strange to see Sahal Abdul Samad, who has affected that penalty which Mohun Bagan got, and Cummins scored that first goal, and he scored that brilliant second goal as well. But to get him replaced was a bit strange to everyone who saw that match. So Manolo Molina has to pull up his socks and think about strategy. Think about his 3-5-2. Although he did say that it was the same strategy that yielded him 2 goals. Mohun Bagan were playing brilliantly in the first half, but all of a sudden, the second half, they played a lackluster football, and eventually the Northeast could bounce back in the match. তো আমারও মনে হয় যে ট্রান্সফার উইন্ডোতে কোনো ফুটবলার না নেওয়াটা কিন্তু মোহনবাগানের জন্য, আমি জানি না, তুমি যেটা বললে যে জানুয়ারিতে আবার একটা ট্রান্সফার উইন্ডো খুলবে 1 মাসের জন্য, তখন যদি কোনো সেন্ট্রাল ডিফেন্ডার নেয়, কিন্তু দেখো বাকি দলগুলো কিন্তু বসে নেই, তারাও কিন্তু দল গুছিয়ে নেবে। সুতরাং আমার মনে হয় মোহনবাগান শুড হ্যাভ ইনভেস্টেড ইন আ সেন্ট্রাল ডিফেন্সিভ প্লেয়ার।
আমি এইবার বলে দিই যে কারণে আমি বারবার জিজ্ঞেস করছিলাম যে গতকাল পর্যন্ত প্রীতম কোটাল নিয়ে কোনো মুভমেন্ট ছিল না, বাট গতকাল হেরে যাওয়ার পর দেয়ার ওয়াজ টক ফাইনালি। এবং আপনারা একটু খেয়াল রাখবেন, আমি এখনো এটা কনফার্ম জানি না, যে কারণে আমি স্নেহাশিসকে প্রশ্নটা করলাম যে স্নেহাশিস এরপরও কি নেওয়া পসিবল, কারণ আমাকে বলা হচ্ছিল যে যদি মিউচুয়ালি কিছু একটা করে দুটো দল টার্মিনেট করে দেয় তাহলে একটা পসিবিলিটি হয়। এবং আমি যে কারণে বারবার গতকাল পর্যন্ত এই হয়ে যাবে ওই হয়ে যাবে, এত রিপোর্টাররা এত কিছু বলে দিলেন, কি হলো ভাই? কিন্তু গতকাল মোহনবাগান হেরে যাওয়ার পর এটা নিয়ে একটা মারাত্মক রকমের মুভমেন্ট আমি শুনেছি, যে কারণে আমি বারবার বলার চেষ্টা করছি সকালে, এবং জিজ্ঞেস করছিলাম স্নেহাশিসকে, কারণ ও রুলগুলো আমার থেকে বেটার ফলো করে, যে ভাই এটা কি সম্ভব? 12টার পরেও কি এটা সম্ভব? কোনোভাবে কি যদি দুটো দল আজকে প্লেয়ার মিউচুয়ালি করে নিতে পারে, এটা কি সম্ভব? ইজ দ্যাট পসিবল? কারণ আমি গতকাল বিকেলের পর থেকে এই মুভমেন্টটা নোটিস করেছি। স্নেহাশিস, ক্যান দিস স্টিল বি ডান? Can you tell me? Because yesterday afternoon, after the defeat, rather evening, Paris time around তখন কটা বাজে? তখন বাজে about 10টা, which is Indian time 1:30, Paris time 10:30, which is Indian time 2টো. I have heard things that Mohun Bagan all of a sudden realizes that they might need a center back. And then if they do that, how is it that they will get it done? Because till yesterday they were clear they don't need, and now with no Alex Shaji, is it Kotal? How do they get him if they can? Because till yesterday there was nothing, as I've said. But এখনো কি possible? Is there a sort of a kind of a route through which they can get it done? Snehashish?
দেখুন, আমি যতটুকু তাতে যেটা আমার জানা, ক্লাবের মধ্যে যদি ক্লাবের মধ্যে কোনো প্লেয়ারের ট্রান্সফার নিয়ে কথা হচ্ছে, তাহলে তার পেপার ওয়ার্কটা কিন্তু রাত 12টার মধ্যেই হয়ে যেতে হবে। এবার প্লেয়ারের আসা, সাইন করা, মানে ফটোশুট অ্যান্ড অল, আনভিলিং, সেটা হতে পারে ডিলে 2-3 দিন, সেটা নিয়ে ইস্যু নেই। বাট যে পেপার ওয়ার্কটা দরকার দুটো ক্লাবের মধ্যে মিউচুয়ালি, সেই পেপার ওয়ার্কটা কিন্তু রাত 12টার মধ্যে হওয়া উচিত। এবার আরেকটা, এটা আমি শুরুতেই বললাম যে কোনো ফ্রি এজেন্ট প্লেয়ার যদি উইদাউট ক্লাব কোনো প্লেয়ার থাকে, তাহলে কিন্তু তাকে সই করানো যেতে পারে। তাকে কিন্তু যে কোনো টাইমে যে কোনো ক্লাবে সই করাতে পারে, কারণ তার কাছে কোনো ক্লাবে, অন্য কোনো ক্লাবের বাধ্যবাধকতা নেই যে তার থেকে তোমাকে কনসেন্ট নিতে হবে বা তাকে সাইন করা। তো সেই রকম যদি মিউচুয়ালি করে প্রীতম কোটাল যদি চায় আসতে এবং যদি কেরালা ব্লাস্টারও চায় তাকে ছাড়তে, তো আই থিঙ্ক সেখানে একটা মুভমেন্ট হলেও হতে পারে। বাট আপাতত আমি যেটুকু জানি যে যদি দুই ক্লাবের মধ্যে কোনো মিউচুয়ালি কথাবার্তা করে করতে হয়, যদি উইদাউট এজেন্ট না হয় কোনো প্লেয়ার, তাহলে কিন্তু রাত 12টার মধ্যে পেপার ওয়ার্ক শুড বি ডান।
I want to once again put it on record. Till yesterday noon, before the game also, there was no movement. Mohun Bagan was clear. After the match, when they lost, there was discussion, there was talk, there was keenness that do we need a center back? আমাদের কি একটা center back দরকার সেই critical জায়গাটা। And that's why I've said, that is why I've said what I've said, because আমি রাত্রিবেলা, come on, I can't do a show at 2:30 a.m. India time. Gargi will jump out of of her house, so it's not possible. So that's why I was continuously asking you what is going on, because all of a sudden when I was told at 11 p.m. last night that Mohun Bagan is keen, I was like, what changed? And of course the Durand final loss, that's what changed. But as Snehashish pointed out, it is a difficult route, so we have to wait and see, is it possible or not. I will obviously try and find out more, but this is what it is, that in the last 12 hours Mohun Bagan, and can Tom Aldred and these two fellows do the job? We have to see. I mean, they are pedigreed players, but over the next 14 days, and it's still early season, Molina will get time to get the team together. He has done a lot of experimentation in Durand, so we will have to see. But দেবাশিস, আমাকে এটা বলো তো ভাই, যে এত কথা হলো with Igor Stimac being paid 2-year salary, again we are paying 2-year salary to Manolo, termination clause নেই in the AIFF contract. And Gargi should also know, because she was also on the football shows, we had so much of jhamela with Stimac that we are paying 2-year salary, no termination clause. Again the same 2 years termination clause with Manolo. Again the same thing, that if you sack him by 31st May of 26, you have to pay him 2-year salary. Where did this come from?
But and how on earth do you keep the same kind of clause? Means obviously we saw when Stimac has moved to FIFA, means claiming the compensation. So once again you have not kept a termination clause. But this is a bit weird. কারণ একটু অবাক করার মতনই যে কোনো টার্মিনেশন ক্লজ নেই। যে কোনো কন্ট্রাক্টে একটা টার্মিনেশন ক্লজ থাকা উচিত।
কেননা টার্মিনেশন আছে, 2 বছরের স্যালারি দিতে হবে, সেটা টার্মিনেশন লেখা আছে। আচ্ছা, কিন্তু কারণটা বলা হচ্ছে যে যেহেতু ম্যানোলো had a contract with Goa which stretched for that period, so he was assured of that money. So how can you not give him that money? So we have added a 2-year termination clause. Come on, boss. I mean, where did this 2-year termination clause come from? And why? I mean, 2-year salary clause. So if I have a 2-year, then I should not have joined. I mean, it is a good negotiation on Manolo's part, but why did AIFF agree? Because he has the contract with Goa. He only wanted to join the Indian team. That is why he has applied. That is why he has been recruited. Because I might have a 10-year contract with Goa. Does that mean I will be given a 10-year salary cap? Come on. এত কথা হলো এত কথা হলো তারপরেও আবার সেই 2 বছরের টার্মিনেশন ক্লজ till May of I did not understand this last night when I got to know.
Now, I think it's time to talk about Paralympics as well, if that's okay with you guys.
Yes, please. We
Yes,
all got emotional and passionate about football and Mohun Bagan and
very.
AIFF.
Well, those are the things you should be passionate about. Anyways, let's start the discussion with the Sheetal Devi last night. Not last night, but yesterday. We were all heartbroken when we saw that she had missed out on that quarterfinal by just 1 point. It just seemed like after the first end, she was very nervous. She was really trying to, calm herself down because the pressure was really on. Boria, when you were watching, what did you think? You guys were there, of course.
Of course we were there. Of course we were there, and something interesting was happening because Kuldeep Vedwan, who is Sheetal Devi's coach. Now Kuldeep, as all of us know, I don't know how much one can say. Kuldeep is not here with accreditation. Kuldeep is here in his personal capacity. You will hear the interview at 12 noon. Now Kuldeep is the one credited to have made Sheetal Devi who she is. There was an issue, and by the way, Kuldeep is now here on bail. So he was in jail for a while. I don't want to go more into details because it's not needed. But Kuldeep is not accredited. Kuldeep was sitting in the first row of the stand. And after every set, and by the way, Abhilasha Chaudhary is the coach here, Kuldeep's wife. They run the academy in Vaishno Devi Shrine Board in Jammu and Kashmir together. So Abhilasha was continuously trying to make Sheetal understand. And it seemed to me that Sheetal was sort of sitting like this, right? She was sitting like this. And Kuldeep was here. She was continuously looking like this. Continuously towards Kuldeep. Continuously. And Kuldeep was trying to sort of make her understand from the gallery. It was about 25-30 meters more. And she started fantastically well with the two inner tens. And then gradually that 1-7 and 2-8s, that's what cost her. This can happen with anyone. It can happen with anyone. What was stand out for me, believe me, the whole stadium was giving Sheetal, every time she was shooting a 10, there was, by the way, stadium was chock-a-block, packed, full. I don't know if any Indian stadium would ever be full for archery. It was full, not one seat left. And there was solid Indian support. At least I have to say this. The whole Indian contingent, Devendra, Deepa, coaches, players, more of the Indian contingent was there. Media only, we were there. And every time Sheetal got a tenner, the whole stadium erupted. They wanted Sheetal to win. Even when she lost by a point and she was going out waving, the entire stadium stood up and gave her a standing ovation. A Japanese journalist came up to Rohan and said, I want to interview you on Sheetal Devi. So Rohan gave the interview to the Japanese journalist. There were global media standing there saying that doesn't matter. She's 17 years old. She's a future superstar. She's a superstar. She has the mixed event tomorrow. She will win. Doesn't matter. There was enormous amount of support for Sheetal Devi. It was brilliant to see. I don't think, this is my personal opinion, I can be wrong. I don't think Sheetal understood the magnanimity of the humongousness of the situation at her age. Because she did not come to the mix zone. She was crying. She just walked past. She walked past and Abhilasha waved towards me and said, "Baat nahi karna cha rahi." I said, "Chhod dijiye, nahi karna hai." So she just walked past, and then she was standing in one corner, and it seemed to me she couldn't believe that she had lost. She couldn't believe. And when Kuldeep did the interview with us, he broke down. He was crying. He was howling. He was literally crying. But I keep saying this, 17 years old, pressure can do anything to anyone. Let's all back her for tomorrow, because tomorrow is the mixed with Rakesh. They are the top seed. Sheetal and Rakesh are the top seed going into the competition. They created a world record. Let us back them for something fantastic tomorrow.
Absolutely. Devashish, did you happen to watch the match? Because it was incredible to watch, first of all. Like Boya said, the energy from the crowd was infectious, even through the broadcast, even through TV or laptop, whatever you were watching. But she's just 17 years old. uh, a long, long career ahead of her. This is just the start, and yet she has won hearts everywhere.
Yeah, all that I can say is that it will only give, it is a big learning. Means obviously to miss out on a medal in her first Paralympics, obviously, and she's just 17-year-old, and and we saw what pressure can do to anyone. Means we saw it in the Olympics when our top athletes failed to take that last leap. But for Shittel, it's a huge learning experience. Means it's not just about winning a medal or losing it, but it's about that. Just losing by 1 point means it's not about that 1 point, but the way she performed means grabbed the attention of the entire country. Means and now everyone is talking about the Shital Devi. Means that is where her actual achievement lies. Means obviously that people are talking about her. So I think uh, she's only going to get better, and hopefully, as Boryada said, where she has a mixed event with Rakesh and the other top six. So if they can win a medal, that will be great for India, not just for India but also Sheetal personally.
Neashit, what are your thoughts on Sheetal and watching a match yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday I couldn't watch the match because I was on the ground. I came back home and watched the highlights on mobile app. But yeah, it was heartbreaking because the way she performed in the qualifying round, it was extraordinary. And the stories that I have read in the last 2 3 days about her, and the way she had performed in the last event coming to this Paralympic, it's been a very good journey for her. But yeah, it's disappointing. But as you all said, that at an age of 17, pressure can this pressure, all things that can happen to anyone. And at this age, it's a learning curve from her. But as more events are waiting for her, hopefully she will be ready and she will do much well and at least get one medal for India.
Absolutely. It's time for Sheetal to sort of, come back and come back much stronger tomorrow for her mixed medal event. But talking about mixed events, we have Avani Lekhara's mixed event today, and we'll see her in action with the. My memory is not working right now. Avni's partner, our Indian shooter in the men and women's mixed category. Boria, what are you expecting out of our team today?
Siddharth Babu, Avni's partner is Siddharth Babu, but I'm not expecting anything out there. So I don't think there is any medal hope. One shouldn't say it like that, but I don't think realistically there is any medal hope there. There is medal hope for Avani Lekhara in her individual event, which is on the 3rd of September. That is where there is a serious medal chance for Avani Lekhara, because she had won the same in the same event, a bronze in Tokyo, and she is in solid form. She will go for a medal in that particular event on the 3rd of September. Mona Agarwal is also competing in that event, though what I know, Mona Agarwal had given her everything to the 10 meters. So I am not expecting another medal from Mona in 50, but Avani definitely. I am definitely expecting a medal from Avani day after tomorrow. For today, let me tell you the medal chances, and they are serious medal chances. Preeti Pal, watch out for Preeti Pal in the 200 meters, and I am giving a silver medal chance to Preeti Pal. But definitely in the medal bracket. Definitely in the medal bracket for Preeti Pal. But for me, the big match today, Nishad Kumar is also a definite medal opportunity in the high jump. Nishad has been tremendous. Okay, wait, let me. I have actually made a list before your show as to who are our medal chances today. So Nishad Kumar definitely a medal chance. Preeti Pal, uh, uh, 200 meters T35 final. I predict a medal. It will be around India time 11:30 at night. If anyone wants to watch, Kara jara dekhte chan, absolutely you can watch. Uh, in badminton, the quarterfinal 8:30 Mandeep Kaur versus Mariam Inola. I expect Mandeep Kaur to win. So she will make the semi-final, getting herself into the medal bracket. Palak Kohli versus Indonesia, 9:20 start. I don't know. Fingers crossed for Palak. Fingers crossed for Palak. Manisha Ramdas versus Japan. I give Manisha Ramdas a solid chance. 10 o'clock, which is 1:30 in India. But my match for the day is Suhas Yathiraj versus Sukant Kadam. It is an India semi-final. Yesterday I was chatting with Suhas. I said I'll support you. Then I said, why should I support you? I will support India. Whoever wins, how does it matter? And he also started laughing. I also started laughing. But Suhas Yathiraj versus Sukant Kadam is my match of the day. One Indian will make the final and go for gold. The other Indian will play for bronze. That is the match that India has to watch out for today. Suhas Yathiraj. Tulasimati, absolutely predicting Thulasimati Murugesan to make the final. Hold me to this. Thulasimati Murugesan will make the final. Nitesh Kumar will make the final. Suhas Yathiraj Sukant Kadam won. So three gold medal chances in badminton, all will be worked out today. Disappointment yesterday, two. One, Krishna Nagar, who had an ankle injury. That is why I asked Krishna ki hua kya tere ko? So Krishna had an ankle pain, which is why he was not at his best, could not defend his Tokyo gold. And at late night, India time around 2 o'clock, that match ended after India got the first game, Nityasri Sivan and Solaimalai Sivarajan. They lost to the American pair that in the semi-final. But they will play for bronze. So this is the badminton scenario. I am expecting multiple medal opportunities. Preeti Pal, Nishad Kumar, 2 medals. Certainly Suhas and Sukant will be there in the middle, this thing, along with Tulasi and Nitesh. So 5 medals assured today for India is my prediction.
Incredible. So a packed day ahead for all of us and for all the fans, everyone who's
People are
watching the
saying John
Paralympics.
Abraham's interview. Either Gargi, Snehashish or Devashish has to take John Abraham's interview.
I, I'll just call him up.
Call him. Devashish, get the interview. Come on.
So
He
I have
he
to
posted.
find out whether he is still in the city because uh,
But he
I'll
was very
definitely
happy
try.
yesterday.
Definitely give it a go. Definitely give it a go.
Yeah, and but his presence did a great thing for Northeast. Huh? They were
Yeah.
sort of throwing
Yeah,
him up for
absolutely. And what a gesture from the Northeast players to be going to the Mohun Bagan dugout and to be consoling them and cheering them. That is what sport is all about. It's not just about winning or losing. It's about and this entire gesture. In fact, I have done a story now, means which will be played on Rep Sports Bangla shortly. Means this entire thing, the gesture of ours, the Northeast, because they have not only won the heart of the fans. I mean, there were as many as 200 Northeast supporters in the stands yesterday. But actually, to be winning the hearts of everyone with that gesture, I mean, after the final, going and interacting with the Mohnbaum players, cheering them on, and that hug from Belina with Molina. These are moments which that stays with me, and great gesture, but definitely. And what a moment for John Abraham means after investing so much for Northeast United for last 10 years. Means there are initially, if you look at the first season of ISL, most of these film stars, Bollywood actors were involved in most of these teams. But it is only John Abraham who has stayed with this team thick and thin. Even during the time of the failure, he has invested his entire thing with Northeast United, and results are showing. So that's a great thing to have happened. And yes, we need to, we'll try to get an interview of John Abraham.
I'm delighted that Devashish is doing this story. I've written a column today saying this. I mean, for me, sport is never about records broken or medals won. Never was, never will be. I'll tell you 3 instances because I have to rush to the village today. By the way, I can't do the Hindi show, so Gargi just inform Shubhan because I have to go and meet a couple of athletes at the village. So I'll quickly rush. But three stories from me. One, moment Chuman Kai beat Sivarajan Solaimalai from India. Chuman Kai went under the net to Sivarajan Solaimalai and bowed to him for the way he had played. They bowed to each other and then they did an entanglement of the hand like this and walked to the referee together to shake hands. Wow. Number two, Matt Trutzman of the United States, who is Shital Devi's mentor, not mentor, inspiration, world's first armless archer, and Victor Sardena of Mexico, also an armless archer, who has been inspired seeing Matt Trutzman. They were playing against each other. Matt won. After the match was won, they came together, they pushed the wheelchairs, and both bowed to each other. Both stood up and they did a feet five because they don't have hands. They did a feet five with each other like this, both with their foot in front. They did a foot five together. What a moment! I mean, what a moment! A feet five with Matt Trutzman and Victor Sardina because they are armless archers. If this is not sport, I don't know what sport is. Unbelievable moments. Chuman Kai, Northeast United, Matt Stutzman, that day that Costa Rican lady with Sheetal Devi. Outstanding.
Well, it's a good day for sports all around. So we'll come back. Lots to come from Paralympics as well. A busy day ahead. So stay tuned and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.